Hey, good morning. Welcome in to the Out of Bounds show.
Show me the money!
ESPN 105.9 The Zone. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. Mississippi State and Ole Miss play bad teams this weekend. And nobody was at the Arkansas game last weekend. I don't expect anybody to be there this weekend, so it won't be a big home field advantage for the Razorbacks. Do they have an unbelievable quarter? He's banged up, but I don't know how. He may be good to go by Saturday. I don't know. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. I don't know the extent of being banged up and the injury, and that's a 3:00 kickoff in Fayetteville, by the way. But with Fluff Bothwell back for Mississippi State, I assume, and Booth, I would think that Levy would. I'd run it 50 times and just keep Petrino and Taylon Green off the field. The problem with this, not the problem, but the difference in this deal for the two teams this weekend is, even though they're playing, Mississippi State and Ole Miss are playing bad teams. Ole Miss is good and Mississippi State's average. Right. But I still think you go up, you should be able to run the football. They're awful on defense, and you should be able to run the football all day long and drain the clock and get out of there with a win. Now we'll see. You desperately need a win because Jeff Levy has yet to win an SEC game. And you've got winnable games. I can't believe I'm saying that. Even after Arkansas. So, that's where you are. I mean, Texas is not that good at football. They're 6-2, but they're not that good a football team. And best team you played is A&M.
Oh yeah.
And then Tennessee, who's not bad at all. And then Ole Miss, the best team they played is Georgia. And then after that, there's not really a lot there. So anyway, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. We are the Out of Bounds show. We're brought to you by Fuse.cloud. Managed IT Solutions. Managed IT Solutions. And the best offense is a strong defense. Fuse.cloud has your back with seamless technology solutions. So they managed IT, voice, and internet services keep Mississippi businesses secure, connected, and running smoothly. Local support, no gimmicks, just dependable service from a team that's always in your corner. That's Fuse.cloud. If you're tired of IT headaches, it's time to call Fuse.cloud. That's Fuse. All right, managed IT, voice, internet, Fuse, Fuse.cloud. Keep your business running without a hitch. The Out of Bounds show is powered by Fuse.cloud. I'm your host, Bo Bounds. Straight Funk is with me. He just told us that he played Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Yesterday. What did you say was one of the answers?
Oh, it was Magic Johnson.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did they ask if he got HIV?
No, but that would have been a dead giveaway. It was something easy, or it was like one of the $200 questions. I don't even remember what the thing was.
Okay.
It just came right to me.
Okay.
Like most of them do. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if there was a Jeopardy of Jackson, I think I'd be pretty good. I think I'd fare well.
Okay. All right. TJ is on the Golden Moon Casino text line, and he said he was referencing what I said earlier. I said it's National Text Your Ex Day. Mm-hmm. And TJ texted us, and he said, text my ex? Hell no, I'd rather eat a whole bag of candy corn with no drink to wash it down. Yeah.
Man.
Drew says, I don't even know why they make it. Someone invested millions into a factory to make candy corn. Good Lord, have
fair
mercy.
Thought. That's fair. Why in the world would they do that? And did they really make money on this stuff? Like, I know it's there, but like, who's buying this stuff?
I don't know.
I mean,
I think it's. I've thought it was nasty since I was in first grade.
Right. Like when you go, typically, at least I remember when we would load up on Halloween candy to pass out, or my parents would pass out in the neighborhood. We would go and we would pick out the candy. because we knew what candy was good.
Right.
Who's picking candy corn?
Somebody that I don't want to hang out with.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have made it official on the show. Pumpkin spice latte and candy corn. That's the official drink and candy of the HOA.
It doesn't even look appealing.
No. I don't know who came up with it. They obviously make money, though.
Oh, man.
I can't imagine that it costs. I mean, it's just
got
garbage ingredients.
Half a cent.
Yeah. So, and it may sell well out of the country. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know what people are
if it is,
eating in other parts of the world.
Still, who is it? And can we shun them?
I can tell you this. It's not in our house and hasn't been in our house. So, what?
The Bounce household's a little smarter than that.
Yeah.
It should be held to a higher standard.
I don't know what Wendy and I are doing for Halloween. We haven't really.
When was the last time you did something for Halloween?
When was the last time I did something for Halloween?
Like legitimate.
I guess when the kids were littler, we're smaller.
I mean, because costumes are meh.
Yeah.
I'm not doing all that.
So, I mean, we live out on a lake where the first years and years and years of their life, there either wasn't anybody living out there or everybody was over 60.
Yeah.
So Wendy would call like, 6 neighbors.
Yeah.
Not many people around. And they were not, these people were like grandparents.
Right.
But they were friends.
Yeah.
And they would have
dope
candy.
Well, good old Wendy.
So that would be the trick or treating.
Cool.
It'd take like
10 minutes
max.
Y'all were down for that 3 hours.
That's where Wilkes would get up. Like he wanted to be in a neighborhood with 5,000 kids. If you'd have dropped him in Reunion,
no doubt,
he would have lost his mind.
And it was fun though. I mean, but there's also an element out there that is very, very appealing that you can just get it done and get in and get out. Did he ever grasp the whole concept that like you can buy the candy?
Who?
Will, it's like, did he not? I mean, because at a point you get to where like, all right, well, like I can just get all this candy here. They can just buy me all this candy instead of having to go all these houses. Or was it always a social element?
I think it's just like when you and I were little. You want to go.
Yeah,
there's something fun about walking up to somebody's door.
No doubt.
When you're 8 and saying trick or treat.
Were you did you dress up when you were a kid?
Yeah, because I lived in Bellhaven, and there were 9,000 homes and 9,000 people.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah, will you give out the text line?
Yeah, sure will. Yeah, it is 601-885-3776-885 ESPN.
All right, I had to hit the air conditioner.
Yeah, I felt that. Appreciate that.
I don't know why.
Well, it's cold this morning, man.
It was a little chilly. And then the studio's warm. Maybe Beagle Bagels.
Yeah,
maybe they're cooking extra bagels this morning. Which, by the way, can I say this about Beagle Bagel Cafe in Madison? Obviously, Mark and Sally are wonderful people, but they have high school people working for them, and the parents of these kids raised them right. First of all, I get here early, and they're here before me, and they have a great attitude. They have eye contact, good body language, and they smile. And you do that, you're like ahead of the overwhelming majority of people. So I'm impressed. Huh?
Where do they find them?
Madison Central.
How?
I don't know. I think it's like friends of theirs.
Okay,
kids.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
But
they got some good ones.
It's an impressive group. It's not just that they have good food.
Yeah,
it's an impressive group.
That was not me in high school.
Let's see. Oh, that's funny. This is Mac, just texted us from the beach, and he said, I haven't had an ex in over 33 years. No cell phone then, so no number to text. That's funny.
Wow.
That is so great. Yeah. Yeah, that's how long it's been for me too. So like I didn't have a cell phone when do you see where I'm going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I didn't have a cell phone until after college.
You and Wendy y'all were together by then.
They're
not married, but together, yeah.
Yeah, after college we were.
Oh, okay.
Not in.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, do we have the Governor Landry thing? All right, so let's switch gears. Good morning. We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. I do need to let you know that today at the Rogue Men's Store, they've got the Brax, the Brax pants, BRAX. I love them. I've got a pair, and I need to get another pair, but Brax pants, they're super cool. And then they've got Peter Millar powder blue new ones, quarter zips, and polos. So there you go. And they're having a big special on Brax pants, and that trunk show starts today. And they just got new Peter Millar Ole Miss gear, and Ole Miss gear is hot because they're in the top 10 and they're going to the college football playoff, and they're rolling. They're one of the better teams in the country. But the LSU job is open, and their governor, Jeff Landry, decided to get over his skis yesterday, and this is what he said in a press conference.
The first question is absolutely correct. We are not going down a failed path. And I wanted to tell you something. This is a pattern. The guy that's here now that wrote that contract cost Texas A&M $70-something million. Right now, we got a $53 million liability. We are not doing that again. And you know what? I believe that we're going to find a great coach. I mean, maybe we'll let President Trump pick it. He loves winners. You know, I'm not going to be picking the next coach. But I can promise you, we're going to pick a coach, and we're going to make sure that that coach is successful. And we're going to make sure that he's compensated properly. And we're going to put metrics on it. Because I'm tired of rewarding failure in this country. And then leaving the taxpayers on the foot, to foot the bill. So, yeah, absolutely. Who's that? No. I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward is not selecting the next coach. Hell, I'll let Donald Trump select it before I let him do it.
All right, so that was Governor Jeff Landry of Louisiana. He just put his foot in his mouth. First of all, Ross Bjork did that last contract. Okay, so obviously Landry doesn't know what's going on. Now, he may know what they need to do, as far as the next legislative session. But Ross Bjork is the one that did that deal, and then he was able to hire Elko and get out of town, and he's now the AD at Ohio State, as y'all know. Now, did Scott Woodward is the contract with Brian Kelly ridiculous? Absolutely. But when they wanted to lift him at that time, evidently they felt like that's what they had to do from Notre Dame. I mean, they lifted him from Notre Dame, not from, Kent State. So, right, they didn't go get the Memphis coach, who, by the way, is a good coach. Silverfield is going to end up at Arkansas or somewhere. Oklahoma State. I don't know. We also got to see what James Franklin decides to do. Is that done at Virginia Tech? I don't know. I've been running a little bit this week. But anyway, Governor Landry was wrong. And when they asked him about Scott Woodward, that's the AD at LSU, and he absolutely will not be making the hire. Well, so let me ask you this. As arguably the best job in the country, okay? As arguably the best, Ohio State, LSU, Georgia, you may want to throw one more in, but as arguably the best job in the country. I mean, Ed Ogeron and Les Miles won national championships there. That's all we need to say today, right? When we meet for a key city, Mississippi Queen. Hey, Eddie O and Les Miles won national titles here. We've had 3 different coaches win national titles just in the 2000s. We are the best job in the country. There may be another one that's tied with us, but we're the best job in the country. The question is, will it make their lead top candidate think twice about going? Whoever that is. Many people believe it's Lane Kiffin. And so does that, by this circus and this goat rodeo that is LSU right now.
A guy named Sliced Bread.
That's probably who should do the hire.
A guy named Sliced Bread.
If you can find him underneath a bar stool in Baton Rouge. Well, you may even have to go down to the quarter in New Orleans. Okay, if you can find him,
A guy named Slice Bread.
he can make the hire. Rebel Greg says Governor Landry sounded like a younger version of Coach O with that accent. Yeah, he's got a thick Louisiana accent, which is good. All right, we've got an unnamed texter. College football isn't 1980 or even 2019. 3 top 10 teams this year: Vanderbilt, Indiana, and Ole Miss.
Right.
With NIL plus a competent AD plus sane fans, you can win anywhere. Dumb to leave for a we're still elite messed up program that fire coaches every 2 years. Okay, you're wrong. You're right that it's no longer 1980, obviously, or 2019. However, LSU's still a better job than Ole Miss, Indiana, and Vanderbilt. If they have a really good coach, it ain't close. Now, kudos to Kurt Signetti and what he's done at Indiana. Big time kudos to Lane Kiffin and what he's done at Ole Miss. And credit to Clark Lee Motors for doing what he's been able to do at Vanderbilt. All right. But LSU is still a monster, an absolute monster. And even in the NIL world, LSU is a monster. Yeah. Ohio State last year won it. They're a monster. So that's where we are. Lester says, so who does new coach go to for resources? If the AD isn't relevant in the hire, then who wants that job right now? Well, people will still they may not get their number one guy. People will still line up to take the LSU job. Okay? 99.9% of college coaches outside of Kirby Smart and maybe, Ron Day and maybe a couple others, possibly Lane, outside of those guys, everybody else would flock to LSU.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I guess, Kalen DeBoer at Alabama. But they're 99% of coaches want that job. Because they talk. They have beers together.
Yeah.
They go to the beach together. They play golf together in the off season. Over the years, they've been like, Les Miles won a national title there and played for another one. Eddie O won a national title there. He was 10-25 at Ole Miss. Whatever. I can't remember his record.
What is it? But if you're going to hold a press conference like this, you got to have the facts, man.
Whoa.
You got to know who made the hire.
Yeah. Are you talking about?
Yeah, dude. You got to have facts. How is it there? I see people on the stage with him. There's like 8 of them. Not a single one of them fact checked any of this before he gets up there and runs his mouth looking dumb.
Well, I don't know if he went off script.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he's got aides around him that I'm sure prepared a statement. He seems like a guy that can go off script real quick. I mean, because he was talking like,
but still,
he's an auctioneer.
Yes,
and that's
quick cadence,
right?
I mean, but still, like that conversation, how has that not been had behind closed doors with the guys? I know it definitely has. They just didn't know,
right?
And they just missed, and now he looks dumb. He can't throw a guy under the bus who wasn't even driving it. He didn't have nothing to do with it. It was Bjork.
Right, but Scott Woodward did do the deal for Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
And it looks like they may mitigate that thing down from $53 million to a lump sum of 20-something million.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Through maybe mitigation and so on.
Well, that'd be a win, obviously.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think it was like Mike Leach couldn't get anywhere. I mean, Texas Tech owed him the money that they didn't pay him when they fired him.
Yeah.
But when you get into the Texas court system, it's political.
Yeah.
And so Brian Kelly doesn't want to get into wherever that lawsuit would end up.
Yeah, the most corrupt court system in the States.
Could be.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's up there.
Ollie.
Okay. But they're going to take care of LSU
You dang right.
before they're going to take care of Brian Kelly. is my point.
Smart move, Brian.
And he called out Jimmy Sexton too, which was funny. He didn't really know who Jimmy Sexton is.
No.
Unnamed texter says Governor Landry is a USL grad, so I'm assuming Southeast Louisiana. He is also the dummy that brought Omar the Tiger onto the field last year.
Yeah.
Okay. The attachment clarifies the search. Yeah, I mean, they're going to go with the board of supervisors is going to come up with a committee, which is great. You remember what Mike Leach said about committees?
Yes.
America loves committees, right?
They do.
99% of committees don't get anything done, but America loves committees. I was looking at that video from Mike Leach this morning talking about, actually I quote tweeted it on Twitter, X at Bo Bounds. And who was it that, it's Tom Mars, actually, the attorney that gets into all the different things. And of course he was a big name here with the whole free scandal. But the, Tom Mars posted it, just, Mike Leach hammering committees, I guess yesterday, and I saw it this morning. All right. You want to do that?
Yeah, we got time.
Okay, go ahead.
Because why not? Because, we're American. We love committees. Let's get us a committee. Well, who should be on the committee? Well, I don't know. This guy's a good guy. Let's have him on the committee. Well, I mean, there's people on the committee that don't even have remote associations with football, nor have they at any level other than being a fan. But you know what? Let's have them on a committee. Why not? And then, I mean, it'd be fun. We'd go to that resort. We could talk. We could hang out at dinner.
So that's Mike Leach when he was at Washington State talking about committees. So Lester said, it seems like the governor took a shot at Jimmy Sexton. He did. Not good for LSU. Sexton may have his clients tell LSU to pound sand. He won't. Here's why. Let's just say LSU goes to somewhere between 10 and 15 million a year, depending. Sexton gets 3 or 4%. Y'all can do the math real quick.
Yeah. He ain't telling
Okay,
no.
so even Jimmy Sexton was probably in his office with a cigar and was laughing.
Yep.
Okay.
Precisely.
Oh, it's Southwest Louisiana. Okay.
Hot
cool.
dog.
My bad.
Yeah. Whoa.
I didn't even know
Gotta
they're
get right.
Southeast Louisiana. I'm familiar
Selah.
with that. And Hammond.
Right.
He said South. Now known as Louisiana, ULL.
Ah, okay.
Okay, the Raging Cajuns. All right, back in a second.
Stand by for audio. Got it.
It's 8 a.m., and you're tuned to Mississippi's number. WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
This is Out of Order.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Lowbound. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9.
All set? Let's go.
The Zone.
And good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. The show is brought to you by Fuse.Cloud. Mississippi businesses need IT help they can count on. And Fuse.Cloud delivers from managed IT to voice and internet. They take care of the tech so you can take care of your business. Fuse.Cloud, F-U-S-E. Fuse.Cloud, F-U-S-E. Managed IT, voice, internet. Powered by Fuse.Cloud. Great group, by the way. Another phenomenal company in the state of Mississippi, Fuse.Cloud. This is 105.9 The Zone, ESPN. I just got my text from the Rogue Men's Store. So they've got the Rogue Brax Trunk Show, B-R-A-X, Brax pants. They're awesome. I have some. Save 10 to 20% off, and the Feel Good Fit you'll love. Plus meet Brax specialist Renee Christopher in the store today. Also, Peter Millar Ole Miss shirts hit the Rogue Men's Store this week. It's on I-55 North Frontage Road in Jackson. And don't forget, in the same building as the Rogue Men's Store, you have Spring Street Cigars, which is awesome. Place for game day and just to hang out with some friends or by yourself. I like that too. But it's 3 floors. 3 stories, 3 levels, and full bar downstairs, and on the 3rd floor, a rooftop bar overlooking Jackson. Spring Street Cigars in the building of the Rogue Men's Store. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. The show is brought to you by the Amazing Steaks at Kessler Prime in the Renaissance, KesslerPrime.com to make a reservation. Good text this morning as you guys are getting cracked up over Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry's comments. Yesterday, he got in way over his head and started talking about the LSU job. Evidently, he was supposed to be talking about 2 totally different things. He went off script, didn't know what he was doing, and
awesome.
I'm confident he got told last night, do not comment on the LSU football job ever again, or you'll lose X amount of donations. Or we'll run someone against you and beat you.
Yeah, because, I mean, he technically runs the state, but he doesn't run the state. He's a head figure.
Okay.
The dancing puppet.
Well, he's got power, but you're right. He's got to navigate the legislature and the board of supervisors.
Donors got power.
True.
Big boys.
True.
So does that mean Todd Graves he's going to get a break here whenever he pays this thing out? And does he get to write that off?
So I guess he'll write that check to the TAF, Tiger Athletic Foundation.
Is that?
I would think a percentage is.
Right. And obviously not the whole chunk.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely.
I don't think he's worried about it. But yes, there will be a percentage if he is the one that's footing the majority. Or I don't think he'll do all of it.
Sure.
I mean, they got plenty of rich guys in the LSU fan base,
right,
or families. But yeah, you mentioned Todd Graves. He's the owner of Cane's. And their chicken strips are good.
They are.
So they're now. You told me even as successful as they've been, I'd like for you to recheck what you told me a couple of weeks ago, telling me that he's worth $17 billion, and that may be the case. But I mean, how's Phil Knight only worth 40? That just kind of those numbers didn't sound right.
Yeah, and Google now puts it at 22.
22 billion.
You tell me. I don't know, man. Is chicken like that? Clearly.
No,
It's good chicken.
I understand that the model is unbelievable.
Clip 20 a few months back.
Okay.
That is how in the world.
I didn't know. I mean, I knew they had expanded, and I knew they were all over, and I don't know how many they have in Texas, but I didn't know that they had. I mean, if you'd have told me he's worth $3 billion
all day, bye.
I'd have been like, Jackson, I'm with you.
Sure.
But when you said $17 billion a couple of weeks ago, I thought that just sounds high.
That was in April of 25, and now it's at 20 plus. I think he must have had some kind of acquisition.
Did he sell?
I guess he sold something.
Because then somebody texted us and said he hadn't sold. Okay.
He's heavily involved.
Okay. Unnamed texter, Eli Drinkwitz, great pick for one of the open SEC jobs. Well, he's not going to Arkansas from Missouri, and he's not going to go to Kentucky, and I don't even think he's going to go to Auburn from Missouri. So the only job that he would take is Florida or LSU if Lane decides he's staying in Oxford. But Lane's going to be the number one pick for those schools unless there's some, candidate that we're not thinking about. Like Nick Saban comes out of retirement. LSU goes, look, we just need you for 3 years.
Yeah.
And we'll pay you $15 million a year, and we'll deed you half of the boot.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Half of Louisiana. So I don't know.
Could you imagine that? I mean,
if you give him the port of New Orleans, that's got to be worth billions because there's who knows how much product, legal and illegal, but who knows how much is going through the port of New Orleans.
Does Terry go
weekly,
for that?
monthly, yearly?
Does Terry go for that?
I wouldn't think so.
Until they see the numbers.
Because I think, he's got an unbelievable job, and then he's been put in car dealerships, among other things, and he's enjoying life. Game day and this, and probably corporate speaking engagements, $100,000 a pop.
Easy. But could you imagine if he were to do it one more time and win it?
Did corporate speaking engagements not go away, but did they go, were they cut dramatically since COVID?
Oh, man, Caitlin Clark's getting bread.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's doing a bunch of them, 100, 120 a piece.
Okay. All right. So Saban would be in that range, if not more. But he doesn't even have to do them if he doesn't want to.
No.
Okay. I can't remember who the speaker was when I was out in Vegas. I didn't go. Like the main speaker. What? People want to go to Sushi Samba. You think I'm going to go?
No.
I know Mike Tyson. I don't know if Tyson was just the celebrity guy there or if he was speaking. I'm not sure.
I would have paid to see that.
But we went to Sushi Samba and had an incredible 2+ hour lunch.
Probably a good move.
And that place was packed. Because when Blake, obviously the conference was in the, whatever it's called, the Venetian and the thing connected to it. But, and I was kind of able to skirt around it. But what was I going to say? Oh, Sushi Samba was packed at lunch. When Blake and I went there, NFL draft weekend, there weren't 15 people there.
Really?
No. Not during that time.
Sushi Samba, that's one word?
2 words.
2 words, okay.
Yeah, Sushi Samba.
Yeah. Okay.
2 words. Well, I think it is.
It's one word at the restaurant. It's one word. They smacked them together.
Oh, they smacked them together. Okay. I never looked at a menu.
I didn't think so.
Somebody ordered for us. I got there and
that's the move.
I was a little late. I had to do the show.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody's got to work when you're out in Vegas. I did the show from my balcony at the Cosmopolitan.
Somebody's got to work.
And then I had to shower again because it was the sun, I was facing east. And the sun was drilling me all during the show. And then I was like, man, I'm soaked. But it felt great. I needed to sweat.
Should have got an office like Dan's.
I know. Well, Dan should have let me do the show from his office. I think we'll do that in the off season. He was kind of busy. We are the Out of Bounds Show. Ed Werder, 8:30. Tanner Allen, live in studio at 9 a.m. Good morning. Welcome into the show.
5 straight weeks, 5 straight SEC games. That's how you battle through. That's how you push through.
Ooh. Good morning. Ed Werder, Cowboys NFL insider, recognized by the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Ed Werder will join us at 8:30. Tanner Allen will be live in studio at 9 a.m. 2021 National College Baseball Player of the Year and national champion.
Yeah.
And friend of ours. We're ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Oh, need it. Want to welcome in Pathway Healthcare. They have 3 locations in Mississippi. Pathway Healthcare Jackson, Laurel, and Columbus. Pathway Healthcare delivers real medical treatment for addiction and mental health, not lectures. They offer virtual services, which helps employer groups and workers' comp patients, and they take all insurances within the state of Mississippi. Patients can get in within 24 to 48 hours. Call Pathway Healthcare today, 1-844-PATHWAY, 1-844-PATHWAY. Good morning. Welcome into the show. Also, real quick, it's Devin Booker's birthday. Okay. And he's from here. Yeah, he is. Moss
Point, baby.
Moss Point. He left the state to finish high school.
That's right.
At one of the
Academy
basketball schools, I think. And then what did he ended up at Kentucky for 1 year and then the NBA?
He did.
Okay. And he's still with the Suns?
He is.
Okay.
They ain't trading him.
All right.
They love Book out there.
I've always liked the Suns uniforms.
Yes, they're great. Even the old school ones are incredible.
I was one of the few people in America cheering for the Suns in 1993 when they, Charles Barkley, because he's one of my favorite players of all time. And even though they were going against Jordan and the Bulls, but that kind of hurt me. Remember Dan the Man Marley? You don't. I don't. It looked like he was always in a tanning bed, and he was muscular. Kevin Johnson, point guard. They just didn't have enough. I mean, Bulls were better. Anyway, point is.
No, Booker finished at Moss Point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought he left.
It was Grandview to Moss Point.
Oh, he had already been. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he headed out his senior year or something. What was that? What was I can't remember. I don't know if the basketball schools up there in Virginia and that area do as well now that everybody gets eligible. That was kind of the thing to do. You go there.
Oh, yeah.
And you could get eligible, in the 80s and 90s. And I think probably a chunk of the 2000s. So
they weren't any good either back in the day with Booker. They weren't. Moss Point wasn't.
Oh, really? Well, there you go.
But he was just firing.
I haven't ever watched Moss Point play basketball.
They
had some football teams when I was growing up, and they had some hella players go through there. But I haven't, that I know of, I haven't watched Moss Point play basketball. I don't know why I would, but it may happen.
He was held to single-digit scoring 2 times his senior year. That means he was firing it up left and right.
Yeah.
I mean, double digits in high school is a good chunk, unless you're firing it up like he is.
Unnamed texter, Moss Point was legit back in the Jarius Norwood era. Oh, yeah. And even before that.
Yeah.
I mean, they were legit for a while. I don't know if there was, it had to be some kind of manufacturing company or something there, and it probably closed down eventually, but something was pumping players down there. Sun Devil Macy, who is a big cigar guy, says, you have my permission to talk about the 90s Phoenix Suns as much as you would like.
Yeah, I feel that.
Sir Charles Barkley. He also had the greatest excuse for running a stop sign in Scottsdale in human history. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I need to know that. I'm looking it up.
I remember the story.
The incident.
Right, but I don't remember what it was. Did he have to go to the restroom, or I'm not sure. I don't know. Was he late for a game? Barkley still lives out there.
Yeah, he does.
In the Scottsdale area. I know he spends a lot of time in Atlanta. Well, I don't know where that show's going now, but when he was with TNT, I haven't kept up. Man, Barkley's awesome.
He did time, right? Like, he had to do a couple months, right?
I don't know if he did that much.
What, like a week and a half, like Jay Cutler style?
If he did, I just don't remember doing that long.
Could you imagine, like, his welcoming into the jail?
Oh, he was with an escort, I think.
Oh, yeah. The Vegas stuff? I thought that was in Vegas.
I thought
he was fine.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was fine.
I'm guessing here from the text coming in.
He was okay on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a little hoopla, but it's Vegas, right?
Okay.
So, like, what are you going to do?
Okay.
He is a really cool guy. He's actually a really good guy. Whenever they had their contract negotiations, let's call it.
Barkley?
Yeah, with the TNT stuff.
Turner?
Yeah. He, one of his stipulations was that they don't cut them off. Because, he said they'll sit around on the set after, game's done. They'll sit around till 1 and 2 a.m. and just shooting it, just having a good time.
Yeah.
And he made sure that all of his staff was well compensated and all that. He's a pretty good guy.
No, I think he's very generous.
Yes, for sure.
I think he is.
For sure.
And from Leeds, Alabama to Auburn to the NBA to an unbelievable career as an analyst. Wilkes and I sat right behind that studio set when we went to the Final Four in New Orleans a couple of years ago, and it was Duke, North Carolina, and Kansas and Villanova. And he thought that was cool. So we were about me to y'all from Barkley and Kenny
cool.
And those cats. So that was kind of cool.
He did a mean 36 hours in the Slammer.
Okay.
All meals were brought to him. This man didn't do anything in there. He was hanging out. But, they played pickup.
I doubt he played pickup.
Of course not. No way.
He may have shot some free throws.
Right.
Like Jordan did the other day.
Right, but he wasn't in the he wasn't all-pen team.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Could have been all-penitentiary.
Ah, man. I don't think so.
I bet you some of them all-penitentiary teams were pretty good.
I think you could be right. I would not argue with that. I think, no doubt about it.
Like, I'd love to see Jay Cutler doing the doing the whole longest yard deal right now. His time's
Is Cutler
down.
serving time?
He's winded down.
What did you tell me? He got 2 weeks?
Yeah,
3 weeks?
It's either 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Maybe at most was 30 days, but he'll get out of there way before that.
Okay.
Let me look.
All right. Rebel Greg is on the Golden Moon Casino text line. He said Moss Point had a QB named Chris Osgood. He was legit. Yeah, Osgood went to Ole Miss and then transferred to A&M, pretty sure, and finished his career there and was pretty good. In fact, I think he played for Sherrill at A&M. Now, it may have been RC, but I think Chris Osgood went to Ole Miss for about 5 minutes. Now, that was back when you had to sit out.
Yeah.
You know, now you can transfer 47 times. Almost like week to week, you feel like. But, yeah, I do remember him for sure. And Terrell Green, you remember him?
Yeah.
The point guard that went to Georgia. Yep. Tavester Anderson, I think, was his lead recruiter. Tavester was known as a dude on the recruiting trail. It was the same year, I want to say, Chris Jackson broke Mississippi State's heart and went to LSU. And Terrell Green, Ole Miss, was in on him, and he went to Georgia to play for Hugh Durham. And that, yeah, because I told you I grew up a Georgia fan because of Dominique. And
how could you
and
not?
their uniforms and colors. Yeah. So, and I ran into Hugh Durham at the SEC basketball tournament in 1984, and I had on a Georgia hoodie. He could not believe it because they didn't have more than 6 basketball fans. Still today, they only have 11. But he could not believe that I had on a Georgia hoodie, and I was like 10 or 11 years old. Isn't that crazy?
That's just
I mean, he was like shocked to see somebody in Georgia gear,
right,
playing at a basketball game. Because back then, I mean, I don't even know how many people they don't put any people in their arena now.
Is he related to Bull?
Probably.
Okay, I was just trying to make sure.
Yeah, Hugh Durham and Bull Durham were brothers. Yeah, we're live in the Bank Plus studio. Ed Werder, Cowboys Insider next. That was a weird segment, kind of all over the place, but whatever. And lunch today is brought to you by Burgers Blues Barbecue B3 in Dogwood, Flowwood. All right, so Ed Werder, 8:30, Tanner Allen, 9 a.m. All right, good morning. Welcome in. We are the Out of Bounds Show, brought to you by Sound and Communications, soundcomav.com. Your next video wall for your business, school, university, hospital, soundcomav.com. The leader in video walls, lobbies, conference rooms, arenas, they've done it all. Video walls powered by Sound and Communications, soundcomav.com. That's soundcomav.com, Sound and Communications. They've done it for Power 4 programs, G5, high schools, JUCO, you name it. We want to welcome in Ed Werder, Cowboys NFL insider. He joins us on 105.9 The Zone ESPN and the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line. Ed, I know you've been on the field a million times, but it looked cool last weekend. Dallas-Denver game, you got to take some of your family down on the sideline. How was it?
Yeah, it was a great experience for them, and I'm really grateful to Patrick Smythe of the Broncos for providing us some pregame passes. You're right, I've covered games from down on the field, including Super Bowls, but I've never been on the field pregame with my grandson, who's 10, and he's a big Cowboys fan. He's a big CeeDee Lamb fan in particular, and so for him to have that experience, and Brandon Aubrey was kicking into the nets to warm up, and the guys who were retrieving the balls gave them to Henry to throw back to the Cowboys group, and that was pretty amazing that they actually let him put his hands on footballs in a pregame warm-up at an NFL game. I can't imagine how I would have felt having that opportunity, so I'm grateful that he had it.
Yeah, I bet he told all his buddies at school about that, don't you think?
I think he did, but I think he really wanted to tell his buddies in school in Colorado how much better the Cowboys were than the Broncos, but that proved not to be true. Woo! In fact, you know what, Bo, he asked me, one of his first questions was, say, how much of my Cowboys gear can I wear to this game? Because he knew the Broncos had provided the on-field access, and I said, well, there's going to be about 80,000 Bronco fans there, and if the Cowboys win the game, you might have to be prepared to fight your way out of the stadium. Fortunately, that didn't happen because the Cowboys didn't have a whole lot of fight in them on Sunday.
No, they played bad on both sides of the ball. And so I think this is where we are, but I'd like for you to expand on it. Bottom line is, if Dak and the offense aren't hitting on all cylinders, even if they are, there's been times where they haven't won, but if they are not, this team's not going to win a football game. Is that where we are, Ed?
Yeah, and even beyond that, I think, going to Denver was a great opportunity for them to, accomplish a lot of firsts, including winning consecutive games, which they haven't done this year. Beating an opponent with a winning record, which they still haven't done this year. And remarkably, as much as we talk about this team and its playoff ambitions and its rich history, this is a team that hasn't been above 500 in over a calendar year. Since weeks 4 and 5 of last year, they have not been over 500. And so all of those opportunities were there for them to create a different narrative about the quality of this team and what its capabilities were going into, this Cardinals game on Monday Night Football, then a bye, then a winnable game at Vegas against the Raiders. They could have gotten maybe to 6-3 and won. Instead, here they are in shambles trying to figure things out yet again.
All right, so the Cardinals aren't good either, as you mentioned. They play Monday Night Football, Cardinals at the Cowboys. And, where – if you had to handicap it on them making the playoffs, give me a number.
I don't think there's much chance at all because the defense is so bad. I mean, there's never been a team in NFL history that's made the playoffs allowing 30 points a game, and that's where the Cowboys are.
Wow.
I mean, listen to this. The Cowboys have scored 30.8 points per game this year, second in the NFL to the Colts. But they've been outscored by 4 points. Their point differential is -4, scoring almost 31 points a game. They're the first team in NFL history to average 30 points a game and have a negative point differential through the first 8 games of the year.
Wow.
First team in history. Do you know how many teams have played in the NFL?
Unbelievable. Okay, I asked you last week, you said you felt like Brian Schottenheimer was safe, regardless of how this year plays out. I don't know as much as you do, and I know that he's handicapped, just like everybody else with Jerry and Steven, especially Jerry. But I think he's got the mojo. I like what he's done on offense. You know, if they can give him some pieces on defense, and you mentioned the draft picks, they may have something going at some point, but you don't believe that regardless of how this plays out, that his job is in jeopardy in year one, right?
Right. I don't, for a lot of reasons. Jerry has, in a couple of specific circumstances, praised the coaching staff and especially Brian Schottenheimer for, creating a coaching victory in New York, for example, when they were down CeeDee Lamb and, 4 of their 5 starting offensive linemen. They still went in and beat the Jets, who we found out are one of the worst teams in recent history. So maybe that, reduced the quality of that win. And then even more recently than that, he's talked about how, Schottenheimer is spending so much more time in the defensive meeting rooms. And even though he's the offensive play caller and he's got to come up with a play sheet and coach the offensive part of the game primarily, that was his area of expertise, and was going to devote nearly all of his time there. And Matt Eberflus was hired as a former head coach and an experienced defensive coordinator so that, he could have autonomy on defense. And instead, Schotty's spending a lot of his time now, even as recently as yesterday, saying he's spending a lot more time in defensive meetings than he ever expected. So for all those reasons, plus the fact that I think Jerry likes the energy that Schottenheimer brings. He likes the continuity that he brings to the offense and to Dak, and allows Dak to play at a high level, here in his 10th year as the NFL, as a Cowboys starter. And Jerry, doesn't like paying coaches. He doesn't like paying coaches who work for him, much less coaches who aren't working.
I saw that number before we connected with you, and I want to say Mike McCarthy was one of the lowest paid coaches in the NFL. Is that right, Ed?
He was not, where you would expect him to be based on his history, the fact that he won a Super Bowl in Green Bay. Yeah, Jerry has really never believed in paying coaches at the top of the scale. And that is reflected in large measure by, the coaches that he's hired to run this franchise. And they also have to meet other requirements like, he prefers he have great familiarity with them, that they don't in any way try to prevent him from being as involved as he wants to be in his role as general manager, which is pretty involved. So, there are a lot of things that I remember long ago when it was shortly after the Jimmy Jerry breakup, and then Switzer came and went, and then he hired Dave Campo.
Good grief.
I was accusing Jerry basically of not having the proper amount of respect for the value of a head coach. And, he denied that and said, I played at Arkansas, I thought Frank Broyles was God. And then he said, hey, we're the Dallas Cowboys. We can have the best there is in coaching. And I said, well, why don't you ever have that then? Why don't you ever have the best coach in football? Like, how come? So it's because of all those other elements that are required for him to make a hire.
Right. I mean, Dave Campo, Chan Gailey, Wade Phillips, Jason Garrett. I mean, what are we doing? So anyway, Ed Werder.
A decade of Jason Garrett.
Which is unbelievable. All right. Ed Werder joins us on the show, NFL Cowboys insider, driven by your next GMC Sierra truck from Fowler GMC, Pearl Brandon. Didn't they hire Eberflus before they announced Schottenheimer as the head coach?
I don't know the exact timing of it, but okay. I do know that the last call that Eberflus received when he was hired was from Jerry and Steven. It wasn't Schotty calling and saying, hey, I'm bringing you on, you're my guy, you're on the staff if I get hired here. It wasn't that at all. And Schottenheimer, I interviewed him during OTAs in the offseason about the timing of the hire and why he chose Dallas over. I think he was up for the job in San Francisco and Jacksonville. And he said, the 3 things that brought him back here were, first, his history and his relationship and his trust in Jerry and Steven and the Jones family. Secondly was that he had been here when Dak Prescott was a rookie, and he knew what the quarterback was all about and how unique an individual he was and what his capabilities were in terms of leading a football team. And then thirdly, he said, this was at a time when there were a lot of things that were still unsettled, and I didn't really know, Schottenheimer, and if he was going to get to be the head coach. I'd called around to find out from, some mutual acquaintances what they thought of him, and everything I heard about him was very positive. So it seemed to me that this was much more of a Jerry Stephen hire than it was a Schottenheimer. Hey, here's my proposed coaching staff, and Matt Eberflus is a big part of it. I don't think it was that way at all. I mean, it's interesting if you look at recent Jerry hires, the head coach is usually an offensive guy, and then the defensive coordinator is not only somebody familiar to the franchise and to the family, but also somebody who has been in that capacity before and has previous head coaching experience, like Mike Zimmer, fit that mold. Dan Quinn fit that mold, and so did Matt Eberflus. And so I think it was, like I said, much more of a Jerry and Steven hire than it was a hire made by Schottenheimer, because Eberflus had been in the organization for 7 years under Rod Marinelli as a defensive assistant. The family knew him.
So, Brian Schottenheimer would have to go to Jerry if he wanted to make a move. He would have to go to Jerry and get the blessing, right?
Oh yeah, they would definitely, the general manager and the owner. Yeah, Jerry would definitely be involved in making any kind of change to the coaching staff, and he's been pretty firmly behind Eberflus despite all of the failure on that side of the ball. And let's keep in mind, let's be fair to Matt Eberflus. I mean, he went through the off season with them in terms of signing free agents, drafting this year, but he's only had the one off season to get the players he wants on his roster. He's their third defensive coordinator in 3 years. It's amazing to me how Jerry and Steven, in building their team, prize continuity on the offensive side of the ball. They don't want to change the offensive system on Dak Prescott. Yet on the defensive side of the ball, he couldn't care less. Like 3 defensive coordinators in 3 years. Let's trade, one of the greatest pass rushers in the NFL, who's only 26 years old. Let's trade him a week before the season starts and we go play in Philadelphia when our defensive coaches have expected him to be, the central figure in whatever plan that they've devised. Let's trade that player and mostly get assets for the future.
Ed Werder on the Out of Bounds show. As far as level of dysfunction, since you've been covering this team for a long, long time, so, you got the Jets and the Browns and the Cardinals, who they play Monday night. You may want to throw in a couple other teams. Do you think that the only reason Dallas isn't in that group of Jets, Browns, Cardinals, and maybe a couple other teams is because of Romo and Dak, Ed?
Yeah, I mean, but we look at Green Bay and we're like, wow, they went from Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now Jordan Love, and they've sustained a really high level of quarterback play through 30 years, and they only won 2 Super Bowls. Well, the Cowboys have had Romo, who they didn't even draft. Well, he's maybe the greatest undrafted quarterback in the history of the league. I guess maybe Kurt Warner would. Kurt Warner would certainly be in there. And then you don't even want to draft Dak Prescott. You try to trade for Paxton Lynch, Kevin Connor from Michigan State.
Yeah.
You try to get all these players ahead of Dak Prescott. You spend a 4th round pick on Dak Prescott. You get 10 more years of high-level quarterbacking and still don't get to an NFC championship game, much less a Super Bowl. Now, part of that, obviously, is those 2 players have not performed in the postseason. They have to own, Dak's 2-5, and Romo was 2-4. But how many real chances have they had to go deep in the postseason with the teams that have been put around him? I mean, Jerry Jones has said his greatest regret as a general manager is that he didn't put a good enough team around Romo to get him to a Super Bowl. Well, now he's doing the same thing to Dak Prescott.
Just when y'all are at all these press conferences, and so a big chunk of the Dallas Cowboys media, obviously you're one of the biggest names in the Cowboys media, but y'all are there. You've been to a million of these. I mean, do y'all kind of cut your eyes around and kind of grin as this thing just – because it's just chasing your tail in the same kind of circus over and over and over again?
Yeah. There's a certain level of here we go again to the whole season. I don't think anybody expected the Cowboys to be one of the 5 best teams in football going into the year, but I don't think we expected them to succeed on offense like they have, be one of the top 3 offenses in football, and then play so poorly on defense that the offense can't overcome it. And, if you look at this team, to me, and this has long been one of their traits, is that they're one team at home in their building, and they're a whole different team on the road. And I posted all these stats last week going into the Denver game that reflected in many categories, like, how winning on the road is a 50-50 proposition with this team under Dak Prescott. That they barely have a winning record on the road against winning teams. They don't win on grass. They don't win against AFC teams that they don't play all the time, so they don't know them as well. But put them in their own building, and if it's not a playoff game, then they're going to score 50 points.
Yeah. So
they average 41 points a game at home. That's the highest in the NFL this year. And they average 24 points a game on the road.
I will say this, and I don't know a lot about. I love the game and I love watching it, but I'll say this: what Schottenheimer has done as far as his offensive approach and play calling, I love it for Dak, because I always thought Garrett was too conservative. You may disagree, you know more about it, but I just thought, Jason, to me, the Andy Reids and the Sean Paytons, and you may see it different, but to me, Andy Reid and Sean Paytons of the world, Ed, know when to go get it, and to me, Jason never did.
Yeah, and Shoddy has been, really aggressive most of the time, but he's now become a victim of criticism of there have been too many times where you don't recognize how bad your defense is, and you take a traditional approach to a 4th down situation. And in a situation where, traditionally you would punt the ball and trust your defense, you punted the ball when you know you can't trust your defense. And in the Denver game, that allowed the Broncos to score consecutive touchdowns in the 4th quarter and blow the Cowboys out of the game rather than Shoddy. I mean, he's got one of the great field goal kickers in NFL history, maybe the best long-range field goal kicker in history. And so there's too many times where, they're in opponent territory, barely in opponent territory, where he either doesn't kick the field goal in Denver or worse, he punted when he knew his team could not stop the Broncos.
Yeah, so that's
really been a trend in the NFL. Like, a lot of coaches are going for it now on 4th down. Dan Campbell obviously started it. Philadelphia and Washington both used it to great advantage in getting to the NFC Championship game last year, and the Eagles in winning a Super Bowl. And really, it's a pretty remarkable. I'm going to write about this today, but Andy Reid is doing it now at the highest level in the NFL, whereas as recently as last year, Kansas City went for it on 4th down at the 2nd lowest rate in the NFL. Now, you can argue that they've been forced into that because they haven't performed as well on offense. They've been in more close games, and that strategy's been forced on them. But it's interesting how even Andy Reid is suddenly embracing that, and Schottenheimer's in a situation where I think he is going to have to go for it far more often than he has.
Ed Werder on the Out of Bounds show. All right, so they're 2.5-point favorites over the Cardinals, and the Cardinals aren't good either. I mean, this if they do have a chance in hell at making the playoffs, like you said, they got to win Monday night, take the bye, and beat the Raiders, right?
Yep, and they do have a number of winnable games. I mean, beyond the 2 that you've mentioned here that they absolutely have to win, they still play the Giants at the end of the season, and the Giants, as well as Jackson Dart has been playing, are running out of weapons between Malik Neighbors and now Cam Scatterbo being out, and the Giants at that point will, in all likelihood, no longer be in playoff contention, so they'll have little, if anything, to play for, and guys will be trying to protect their health going into the offseason. You got the Vikings, which once looked like a loss, but now with their quarterback situation and J.J. McCarthy, essentially a rookie, a second-year player who's never really played, now taking over, that becomes a very winnable game. So if you win those 4 games and then can figure out a way to win against one of these teams that you're probably not expected to beat, whether it's Kansas City, whether it's Philadelphia, the Lions, somebody like that, then you can get there. Then you can get to 9 or 10 wins and be a borderline playoff team. But they got to win. They got to win the games they're supposed to win.
Yeah. All right. One more before we let you go. Do you ever feel like when you're when Dak's being interviewed that he's close to losing it and going on a tirade?
I think he's a very intelligent, reasoned guy who always recognizes, what's required of him in terms of leadership. And, he doesn't really, honestly, on or off the record, I've never really heard him criticize a teammate. And I do think that coming out of the locker room in Denver, there were some troubling comments that made it seem like the frustration level is rising internally, because after the game, Dak said that as part of his speech to the team, Schottenheimer challenged anybody who felt like they had played well to come forward. If you played your best game, please step up here. And obviously nobody did after they got blown out by 20 in Denver. And then Dak talked about how, hey, we have to look in the mirror, I include myself in it, and ask the question, are we doing enough? Am I doing enough? And how can that be a question at this point? Why are we questioning? Why is a quarterback asking the question of whether he and his teammates are fully invested in this thing if they're doing everything they can to prepare to win a game on Sunday halfway through the season? That seems like a troubling quote. And then you had the one from Schottenheimer yesterday, where he was asked if, do you have enough good defensive players? Is the scheme the problem, or is the personnel the problem on defense? And he said, none of us have done good enough. Coaches, players, head coach, none of us have done good enough. That's real. Our scorecard is what it is, and that's not just defensively, that's offensively. We're a football team that's 3-4-1. You can take the stats on offense and stick it up your bleep as far as I'm concerned.
I saw that.
Is it what we want? Is it what? It is what it is. We want to win. People talk about MVP, this and that. Dak Prescott doesn't want to win MVP. He wants to win a Super Bowl, and that's what we want to win. But it seems ludicrous to be talking about winning Super Bowls when you're 3-4-1.
That's right. They're just trying to get to 9 or 10 wins, like you said. That's Ed Werder, Cowboys NFL insider on the Out of Bounds show. Ed, great stuff. Thank you, my man. We'll talk next week.
Always a highlight of my week. Thanks, Bo.
Ed Werder, recognized by the Pro Football Hall of Fame and been covering the Cowboys since Jimmy Johnson was there. And the Cowboys did not play well against the Broncos. I eventually turned it off after Dak's second pick. But I really thought the pre-snap penalties in the first quarter, especially the one when they were on the 1 yard line, and you go from the 1 to the 6 in the NFL, and you have a chance, to start going, and then they had 4 more or 5 in the first half. Guys on the offensive line just moving left and right. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. The show is brought to you by Sound and Communications. Your next video wall for your business or your school or hospital. SoundComAV.com. Sound and Communications. Tanner Allen next.
K Show. 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
This is Out of Order.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Lowbounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9.
All set? Let's go.
The Zone.
And good morning. We are the Out of Bounds Show. ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Bundle your auto and home and save with your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. We're on YouTube right now. Search Out of Bounds Sports. YouTube, search Out of Bounds Sports. Hit us up there. And we're excited to welcome in our friend Tanner Allen. Played baseball at Mississippi State, national champ, 2021 National Player of the Year. And TA, it's great to have you back in studio. How you doing, my man?
Doing great, brother. It's always good to be in here, man.
Well, I was fired up when you said I could make it in, and made my week. Excited to see you. We got to talk about this Farm Bureau Diamond Dogs Classic that you're going to be playing in. Okay, Will Clark, Rafael Palmeiro. You're on Palmeiro's team.
Yeah, I'm Palmy. Rafi. Yeah.
Okay. And unbelievable player. And holy smokes. So this is going to be, it's like star-studded. I mean, you and a ton of dudes that played really, really good baseball. Are you excited?
Oh, I'm very excited. I hope we got a medical staff nearby.
Yeah.
You know, because there's going to be some guys, probably myself, running around. I used to tell people, in my trainer in pro ball, her name was Shelby, I said, I need you to change the oil on these hamstrings. Literally, you know, get some work done on them. But if we can make it off the field without getting hurt, I consider it a success. But I think it'll be a great turnout, man.
Yeah.
We got a lot of guys coming out. The main thing I'm really excited about is seeing everybody. Sure. Like this past weekend, we played Texas. A lot of the guys were in town. A lot of the 21 national champ guys, some guys I played with in 18 and 19. Man, it was so good seeing those guys.
Who all did you see?
Man, I saw, Jake, Riley Self, Jackson Fristow, Casey Hunt, Drew McGowan, Landon Sims, Rowdy. I mean, the list goes on. Marshall Gilbert, Cole Mart. I mean, Denver McQuarrie. The list goes on and on. That was probably one of the best weekends I've had in Starkville in a long time until the last
fourth quarter.
Yeah, until the fourth quarter, which was a very, very tough loss.
Yeah, I can usually shake them. You and I were talking before we came on the air, and I'm still struggling with that. So the Farm Bureau Diamond Dogs Classic is November 7th. All right, Duty Noble Field, ton of star power. And you got Rafael Palmeiro and Will Clark, and they got all into it, pick teams. It's going to be super cool. People are going to be, it's going to be thousands and thousands of people there. And just like an SEC weekend, could even get to regional, not intensity level on the field, but the grills will be going and so on.
Oh,
you
man.
just got to make sure you don't pop a hamstring.
Hey, look, that's it. And, I hadn't seen a 90-mile-an-hour fastball in a long time. So whoever's pitching to me, I'm going to tell them, hey, look, no sliders, no changeups. Just try to throw it by me, please. Okay, last thing I want to do is walk back to the dugout in front of all these people.
Right. And y'all got VIP stuff going on. It's going to be awesome. Now, I know you don't know you may not know the whole squad, but who are some other players on your team?
So I know I got Hunter Stovall is going to be on my team. Now, listen, Stovey is one of my best friends, okay?
Yeah.
And when I was a freshman, Stovey kind of put me under his wing along with some other guys, but I spent most of my time with Stovey, so I hadn't played with him in a while, so I'm super excited to play with him. I know I think Kobe White's on my team.
Nice.
Night, Kobe White. Thank goodness I don't have to face that fastball, because if I did, I'd ask him if I could take a tennis racket up there. You know what I mean? He's got a really good arm, really lively fastball. So those are two guys I'm really excited to play with. Stovall,
he's the ultimate dirtbag.
Ultimate dirtbag. Look, I'm telling you right now, there's no reason Hunter Stovall shouldn't be in the big leagues right now, because he is a magician with a glove. Can play anywhere on the field. He's been hitting. His hitting numbers are there every single year. It's just, man, big league games, how they are nowadays, or the big leagues period, is a lot of analytics, and I guess some of them he doesn't meet that. But I think his heart and the way he plays the game deserves to be in the big leagues every single day, twice on Sunday.
He's a Tampa affiliate, right?
Yeah,
is he at Durham?
Yeah.
He's in Durham.
Yeah,
he was
in Durham. Then he went back to AA. He might have went back up.
I think he's back in Durham.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. if there was a ground ball, if my life depended on somebody fielding a ground ball and making a play,
whoa,
Hunter Stovall, 100%, no doubt about it.
That's an endorsement.
Yeah, it is.
That is it.
That is. It's awesome player. Was his last year your first year?
His last year's my first year. I'll tell you a funny Stovey story, all right?
Yes.
So I'm a freshman on campus. It's like day 3 or 4. And I go into the Palmero at night, and I'm trying to hit. I'm a freshman. I'm trying to work, right? Everybody else having fun. Well, Stovey comes in there, and I think his girlfriend was with him. And he starts hitting too. We hit for like an hour, and I starting to mesh with Stovey. And I starting to feel comfortable around him. I'm like, man, this guy's been here. He knows how to do it. I'm going to start watching some things, kind of like I did with Jake. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we get done, and there's like, dude, there's 200 balls in the Palmero. And I turn around, and Stovey just left. And I had to pick up all the balls. I'm like, yep, I'm a freshman again. Man. And he was laughing. I said next day, I said, dude, I had to pick up all the balls. He said, yeah, you're a freshman.
And he was going into senior.
He was. Yeah.
That is so good.
That's how it's supposed to be.
200 balls around the Palmero.
He was like, yeah, thanks for helping me with my work, and I'll pick up all the balls. That's literally what it was like.
Did you not return the favor?
No, I didn't.
No?
I'm trying to think if I ever got him back.
Well, I'm talking about a freshman period, though.
Oh, no. For me, like I never picked on the freshmen like that.
No initiation type deal?
No, like if it was after a game and we had food, yeah, freshman back in the line.
That's
you know what I mean? Or if we're on the bus, freshman front of the bus.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But other than like having a guy work really hard to help him and then say, hey, all right, pick up all these balls. I'm going home. My girlfriend's hungry. You know what I mean? No, I've never done that to somebody, but he did it to me.
He is like you see the picture of him. He's a dirtbag.
Like no
1,000%.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, it got to a point this last couple of years where I would open Twitter every day and like, there's another Stovey's highlight of him diving, making a play up the middle, him diving in the outfield. I'm like, man, this guy's a walking highlight reel. Plays the game the right way. Can somebody get him in the big leagues, please?
He's batting like 270 throughout.
Yes, I'm saying solid.
Minors is ridiculous.
Solid. He wins games on defense and on the base pass.
I agree.
I hope he gets a shot.
I hope he does too, man.
Out there.
So, are you going to play first base and right field?
I have no idea. So I don't even have a first base glove.
Nice.
So we might just banana ball this thing and walk out there with a frying pan or something. You know what I mean?
I got faith in you.
That's so good. You'd rather play first, wouldn't you?
I would.
So you don't have to run.
You don't want to get burned.
The only reason I'd love to play right field is because I would take a step down memory lane with all my friends back there, be able to see them and talk to them the whole game. That would be really special. Brad Bounds,
that'd be cool.
OOB, Johnny, hey, all those guys out there and the students back there, hey, that would be really cool for me. I don't know how much I'd pay attention to the game because I'd be talking to crap with them all afternoon.
Yeah, but that's what you should do either way.
Oh, 100%. And I feel like guys, I was talking about this with Brad Bounds. Say, hey, look, some of these guys are playing right field. Loosen up. Turn around and talk to.
Yeah.
Don't be turning around and acting like an idiot like when things are bad. But man, I used to like whenever we got 2 outs, I would always turn around and say, hey, look, we got 2, just to keep my mind away from keep my mind loose.
Yeah.
Loose, because when you're loose, that's when you perform.
No doubt.
Right.
It's kind of like the football team right now. I feel like when it's crunch time,
tighten up.
I told somebody this 2 days ago. So it's like, when it's late in the game, it's almost like sometimes we're playing not to lose. Mm-hmm. And then Texas was playing, oh, crap, Mississippi State's about to beat us. So they step on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is okay. I mean, man, I love the direction our football program's headed. But it's just, they're going to have to learn to win. They'll be fine, man.
Text us any questions you want us to ask TA Tanner Allen. The Golden Moon Casino text line is 601-885-3776. TA is going to be with us till 10 a.m. So we got another quick segment, and then the last one's 23 minutes. And we'll talk baseball and football and hunting and all kinds of stuff with Tanner Allen right here on the Out of Bounds Show, brought to you by Two Brothers, which was rocking. They had the big Tito's bar this weekend, and Older Brother Bistro, which is their new restaurant, and it is fabulous. Tanner Allen live in the Bank Plus studio. All right, big time star power in Starkville, November 7th. Farm Bureau, Diamond Dogs Classic. Tanner Allen will be there. He's on Rafael Palmeiro's team. And T.A., is Jake on Will's team? Or
I believe Jake's on Will's team. Now, don't quote me on that.
All right. Well, Wes, if you can, pull that up when you get a chance, or Jackson. But we do know that TA is on Palmeiro's team.
Hey, I'm going to tell you another guy I'm really excited about to play with again. Elijah McNamee.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what.
He's been in studio with us.
In my 4 years or 3.5 years at Mississippi State, Elijah McNamee is probably one of the best teammates I ever had, by far. Because I remember freshman year, things weren't really going well for him or whatever. Or it might have been actually my sophomore year, things weren't. He would play and then he'd be off, and then he'd play and be off. And then, man, we all know what he did in 2018.
Good Lord.
It was like in the games in the clutch, don't let Elijah get to the plate.
No.
If he comes to the plate, you better walk
going
him.
to the plate. I don't know how he kept
Quit
going
pitching to this guy. I mean, you know what I mean? And then he has the big, his last at bat in Duty Noble.
Oh, my gosh.
Everybody I
Erupted.
meet, people still talk about it. Every time I meet
bet.
somebody, like, man, you remember that last homer? I was like, yeah, I was in the dugout. He hit it and I jumped completely over the rail.
Yeah. Shivers.
Crazy. Trying to think, Luke Alexander's going to be.
Dude, it's a lineup.
Luke Alexander is really smooth at shortstop too.
Yeah, that kid could play.
Really
Good
play.
grief.
How many programs could do this?
Not with this
That
kind
is
of.
true.
It's not many.
It's very
Texas.
I mean, even in the SEC, you can't. I mean, this is a deep
Vanderbilt's had a
lineup.
short window. Okay,
Right.
so what you have to remember, and TA knows this, is, and credit to Corbin, but Vanderbilt just got good. Like 2010.
Right.
This program goes all the way back to even before Showalter and of course Raffy,
100%.
Will Brantley, and Thigpen. I mean, Frank Montgomery was unbelievable in the 60s. So he know. I mean, you're drawing on several decades of dudes.
Yeah.
100%. And that's I tell people all the time, winning the national championship, that was awesome. But the road was paved way before me, Rowdy, Landon Sims. It was all the guys beforehand, man. Because if like I said, like I tell the story about Jake all the time, if I want to learn from Jake Mangum or Elijah McNamee or Hunter Stovall, guys like that to see how things are done here, we would have never won. Well, all we were doing was doing what was done before us.
Right.
So it's crazy how that is, man.
So McNamee is in the game. Hunter Renfroe, Adam Frazier.
And,
Yeah,
I've been talking a lot of trash to Jonathan Papelbon, but he's unfortunately on my team.
Oh, Paps.
Oh.
I wanted to take Paps deep. I was at the Party Animals game watching with him, and I was like, hey, dude.
That guy.
Man,
If I face you, I need fastballs, please.
These names are just.
All right,
how in the world are they?
I want you to list some of them,
name?
but hang on. Tanner Allen's on the Out of Bounds show. You can watch the show on YouTube. Search Out of Bounds Sports. We've got the Farm Bureau Diamond Dogs Classic, November 7th, 7 o'clock at night, Duty Noble Field. There'll be thousands of people there. You go to hailstate.com, hit the baseball tab. You can buy tickets. Wow. Hailstate.com, hit the baseball tab. You can buy tickets. And these guys are going to have a blast. TA, Jake Mangum, and the whole deal. Of course, Palmeiro and Clark. It's going to be unbelievable. All right, what do you have there?
Where do they find all these people? How in the world are all these state alum?
All right, let me
thunder it.
Give me some run through them.
Thunder. All right, you got Thomas Berkery. You got Ben Bracewell, Jeff Butler, Travis Chapman. Oh, that's not related to Tracy Chapman.
Do they have any
Travis
left-handed pitchers on that roster?
Oh, Ross Mitchell.
Travis Chapman is the first or third base coach for the New York Yankees, I think.
Dang.
TA may correct me, but Chapman's been a coach for the Yankees for, I think, a while now.
You got Nick Rout, also a lefty in there. Adam Frazier, Todd Doolittle, Brad Cumbus, Zach Houston.
Your roommate.
Husak.
Oh,
Lee
yeah.
Humphreys, Keegan James, Preston Johnson, Jake, Ross Mitchell, Tyler Moore, Mitch Moreland. The dog.
Yeah.
Man,
Don't
that man
pitch
is-
to him, guys. We're walking him.
Yeah, right. 'Cause he's still crying.
We're thinking strategy here, right?
You got to. Hunter Renfro.
Don't walk him too.
Jaron Shepard, Dustin Skelton, Braylon Skinner, Blake Smith, Wes Thigpen, Brandon Turner, Aaron Weatherford.
Man, that is so cool.
That's some star power.
Now, can you imagine being 10 years old? I mean, I'm fired up, okay? But I want you to think about being 8, 10, or 12 years old, knowing that you're going to this.
Heater.
And that these guys are going to be signing some autographs.
Gosh, yeah.
Okay?
Oh, man, yeah. You take your ball cap. You remember how you used to get them signed up under the lid?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's it. You just take your ball cap.
Well, you got to have your hat.
And maybe a ball glove.
I think it's gonna be a great event, and I hope we can keep doing this, man.
I do too,
because I just feel like it's a way for all of us to give back.
That's a great NIL way right here, baby.
Great move.
Like really, really good. You want Team Lightning real quick?
Let's hear it.
Luke Alexander, Tanner Allen, Jacob Billingsley, Kellen Clark, Jeff Flagg, Marshall Gilbert, Cole Gordon, Luke Hancock, Grant Hogue, Devin Jones, Dakota Jordan, Elijah
Dakota's
Magny, coming back. Yep, Zach Neff, Jonathan Ogden.
Yeah.
Peyton Plumley, Connor Powers, Spencer Price, Renfro, Brandon Smith, Russ Sneed, Stovall, Nick Bickerson, and Colby White.
That's incredible.
The managers, you got Stratton's in the dugout and a couple of them. Obviously, the two captains are there. I mean, whoa. I mean, of course, the coaching staffs, you got Holder, Paul Mahalam, you got Pilkington, Jay Powell, Landon Sims.
Good Lord.
Team Lightning's got Brantley, Scott Clark, Trent and Torsha, Chris Stratton, and Bobby Thigpen.
Trent and Torsha.
If the game gets close late and we got a late lead, we better hear White Snake crank up.
Oh, dude, you will.
And bring Landon out of the dugout.
And bring him out of the dugout.
Yeah.
Put him in the game.
He's got to throw, dude.
He's got to throw.
Man, that is, like I said, how many teams could possibly do this?
Oh, speaking of, when we were out in Omaha, well, you were there, obviously, because y'all were winning it. But at 2021, one of the days, Landon's eating lunch beside us. And so we go over and talk to him. He stands up. That dude is huge. That's a big dude.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize. I
saw him for the first time in about, many months this past weekend. He's got long hair now.
Really?
So I'm like, man, dude, you got the flow rolling.
Oh, man.
But he's still stout.
Is he bro flow? Is it big time?
It's like almost Billy Ray Cyrus.
No way.
Dude.
What? What organization is he?
Diamondbacks.
D-backs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Landon can pitch.
Yeah.
I had somebody ask me the other day, so what was it like in fall scrimmage when you would face Landon? I said, everybody would put their stuff down and watch.
Yeah, right.
But
the flow's awesome.
It's
good.
It's good.
A good
it's
flow.
really good.
All right. Yeah, it looks good.
But
that.
It was cool because, in a weird way, our every time I'd face him, he's so competitive. So whenever I would face Ty Madden, I'm like, this is nothing. I'm facing Landon every weekend.
Good.
You know what I mean? So in a way, it made us better. Both of us better.
Was that the whole deal? Iron sharpens iron, or whatever it is.
100%. 100%. I got him a couple times, but he definitely got me more than I got him.
Dude, facing Landon Sims.
You can keep that.
Good grief.
My this is how I would get him.
Here, let me hear this.
All right, if I'm facing Landon Sims, I'm getting him pitch number 1. If it's over the plate, I'm going.
Off the rip.
Don't care. Ambush. Guerrilla warfare.
Yeah.
I'm ambushing him. Do not let him get ahead with a fastball.
So when you were hitting at the rate you were hitting, could you basically goad people into throwing what you wanted them to throw you?
Yes.
Yeah, like you
can.
What do you do? Open the stance up and then close it type deal?
For instance, for me, in the SEC, I train the guys I work with. The SEC, everybody wants to pitch middle to middle away, right? Nobody really pitches in because nobody wants to give a free pass.
Right.
So what I would do is I knew I hit the ball in really well, but if they come in on me and I bang one in the gap, do you think they're going to come in on me later?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely. No. So they're going to go away. Well, now let's say I bang one in the left center field gap. Where are they going to pitch me? Exactly.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to cover both sides of the plate, and I knew that. So let's say, all right, they go away first, AB. I blast the ball in the gap left center, right? I know he's not staying away. Well, now he's coming in. That's where I want him to come.
I like it.
Tanner
I
Allen.
like that.
You can always play cat and mouse games.
Love that.
National champ, 2021 National Player of the Year. And he'll be playing in the Farm Bureau Diamond Dogs Classic November 7th, Duty Noble Field. And he'll be with us to close out the show. The SEC Insider Hit this morning is brought to you by Fuse.cloud. Managed IT, internet voice, Fuse.cloud, located right here in Jackson, Mississippi. Let them be your IT team. Fuse.cloud, F-U-S-E. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. Tanner Allen, friend of the show, Hail State Bulldog, and 2021 national champ and National Player of the Year, joining us live in the Bank Plus studio, and he will be in the Farm Bureau Diamond Dogs Classic, which is basically going to be a fun game and a big party at Duty Noble Field, November 7th. That's the night before the Georgia game. And by the way, Georgia's 11 a.m. We call it the Tito's Vodka Bloody Mary game. So you have a quick turnaround coming out of Duty Noble that night, and wherever you go to get to the to the stadium as Georgia will be in town. TA with us, Tanner Allen on the Out of Bounds show. The show is also brought to you by Superior Foundation for all your foundation repairs. French drains, driveways, superior.ms. This is 105.9 The Zone ESPN. And all right, so I was thinking about when you said, all right, I'm going to be in town and da-da-da. And we talked about you playing first base or right field.
Either
you may
one.
have to pitch.
Man, look, if I got to pitch, we're in bad trouble.
Oh, my gosh.
You may have to pitch. You don't ever know what's going to happen.
You never know.
Did you pitch? Did you pitch a lot in high school?
Oh, yeah, I was a closer.
Really?
Topped out 87, baby.
Nice.
With a wicked slider.
Let's go.
Did you have a wicked slider?
Wicked slider. I'd throw it 75% of the time.
That is awesome. Did you love it? Did you love pitching in high school?
Awesome.
I did, and I'll tell you a funny story. So I'm closing the state championship game my senior year.
No way. Okay.
All right, and we get in this bind, and I got people on the other team in the dugout. It's a close game, and they were chirping me, "Hell State this, Hell State that. I can't believe you're going there. You're really going to go there? All this other stuff. You think you belong?" Like just chirping me.
Oh.
I throw the old trusty slider in there. Dude grounds ball to shortstop, double play, ball, game over, and they got a picture of me flexing as hard as I can at the dugout. And that's and I tell that story because, man, I'm telling you right now, I've never been rad. Look, I played at LSU, okay?
Yeah.
That was a nightmare playing in the right field in the box, okay?
Because you had committed there.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was a nightmare. All right, there's some stories I cannot tell in there.
Sure.
You know what
Sure.
I'm saying? But and other than that, in high school, I think we were playing Madison Academy. That's where the big running back from Auburn went there. What was his name? Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah.
And man, they were just wearing me out on the dugout, wearing me out. So I guess where I got used to it.
So they
Where were y'all
more
playing?
Testy.
Yeah, dude, we were playing at Patterson Field. Oh, this was Patterson Field in Montgomery.
Okay.
Dang.
And I came in to close, man, and I was nervous. I walked a couple guys, and I said, "Forget the fastball. We're throwing slider, slider." I promise it was like slider after slider after slider after slider. And then I got the big ground ball and got the double play, got out of the into the game.
Y'all won the state championship.
I won a state championship in baseball my junior and senior year.
Dope.
Got to play for one in football. I was in 8th grade. They pulled me up to the varsity on the football team because I was going to be the next quarterback in line.
Yeah.
So like, look, we need to go ahead and start learning offensive stuff. And I was a part of that state championship team.
Dang.
So
That's partying.
How many years did you play quarterback and start?
I wish I could probably do it, but no. I remember I had this baseball coach in Mobile. He was really famous or really well known, and he said, "Listen to me. Do not go play college football. You're gonna make your money playing baseball."
Yeah, man.
And it's ironic enough, Sanford out of Birmingham, they were like, "TA, man, if you come over here, we want you to play football too." And I'm sitting there thinking, well, last time I played a division, I played my junior year. I'm running a read option. I'm taking it around the corner, and the defensive end got my feet, and I spun right into an Arkansas State commit. Boom! Knocked me out completely. I remember, like, a week later, I was concussed.
Playing quarterback?
Playing quarterback.
Okay, got it.
Knocked me completely out. Like,
how big were you?
I was probably 5'11", $180.
Okay, all right, yeah, but I mean
solid.
Yeah, solid
okay.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay, and man, I remember our trainer giving me a sternal tap, wake me up. Anyways, later that week, I'm like, Dad, Imagine a whole field full of these guys. That was just one. You know, it's not happening. It's not happening.
So you didn't play your senior year?
So check this out. So my senior year, I got USA baseball. Okay, they're like, come play USA baseball. So I do that in the summertime. I missed a lot of football workouts. So I ended up quitting football. I was like, I'm not gonna play. And then I remember I was playing in the Alabama All-Star game at Montgomery, and my head football coach was there and came and found me before the game. Said, "You ready to come back yet, or what?" Like, you know what? Yeah, I'm coming back. So I had to leave. I said, "Coach, I'm coming back, but I'm just going to tell you, I'm doing Team USA this week and this week. I'm going to miss these 2 weeks." It's like, all right. So his deal was, I got to get my backup quarterback ready, okay, for when you leave. So first 2 games, dude, TA's on the bench. I'm like, dude, what are we doing here, right? And I wouldn't get any reps with the first team, getting treated like I'm a freshman, right? So I'm kind of mad about it.
Yeah.
So, man, we'll play our first game, all right? Mary Montgomery, big 7A school, we lose 7-6. Our field goal kicker missed the extra point, okay? And we're like number 2 or 3 in the state in 4A.
Right.
So then we go on the road to Troy, Alabama, play Charles Henderson. They're number 1 or 2 in 5A. Beginning of the game, we go down 14-0. I hadn't had a rep with first team or nothing. I'm saying my head coach walks by me and goes, "Go get loose." So I go get loose, go in the game, okay?
Storm back.
We come all the way back.
Yes.
I'm like, run it. Look, I ran it down their throat that night, running the quarterback. So I'm running. Anyways, our field goal kicker who missed the extra point the week before makes a 42-yarder for us to win.
In high school?
Yes.
Dang.
Dude, we beat them.
Wow.
And we went on to the playoffs, man. I don't think we made it far that year. I think we got beat 3rd round by the state champion. But it was really
cool,
it was awesome, man. I tell kids all the time, like, look, you need to play football, okay? Because football's going to make this tough. You're going to be mentally tough, right? If you get hurt, you get hurt. I mean, it's just part of it. But play football. Do other things besides just baseball, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to get good at other things. So I highly encourage football because it turned me into the baseball player I am.
Was there a time where you liked football better than baseball?
Let's this is how much I love football, okay? In minor leagues. Remember the guy I told you about earlier? His name Cade Gibson?
Yeah.
He just made it to the big leagues last year. Like 2 years ago, we weren't sure if he wanted to keep doing it. He just made it to the big leagues. Like me and him would be in the locker room before the game, and we would have a playbook this thick, just writing plays out on paper, just writing stuff out. I'm telling you, we would take it on the road. Everybody would make fun of us. We got a playbook like this.
That's kind of tight. I like that. That's kind of tight.
So if Coach Levy, if you ever need any help, I promise I got Billy Dive right here in the playbook.
There we go.
So what, Tanner Allen on the Out of Bounds show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. You can watch the show right now. Go to YouTube, search Out of Bounds Sports. Were y'all running like a zone read offense?
Yeah, we were really fun and run. I would run probably 10 to 15 times a night. I'd throw it probably 10 to 15 times.
Okay.
But we had a really good running back named Michael Matthews. He played at Jacksonville State.
Nice.
Cool.
And then in my sophomore year, my first year I started, we had a really good running back, Troy Dixon, who played baseball at Samford University. Nice. So, man, we had some really good teams. We never won a state championship, but I made it to the semifinals. We got beat by this team out of Birmingham, Leeds High School.
Yeah.
We got beat by them my sophomore and junior year. Junior year, we were the best team in 4A, 1-0, 13-0 going into the playoffs, right? Just having an unbelievable year. Had like almost 3,000 yards passing. Dang. Running it. We were really good. We ran into Leeds, right? I think they had 13 guys on their team. They beat us 42-14. Stomped us.
They're always like that.
Stomped
always.
us. I remember, I'll tell you a cool story. I remember this like it was yesterday. Look, I got sacked, and they had this nose guard. His name was Josephus Smith. I still remember it. I got sacked like second play of the game. And he's huge. He's laying on top of me, face mask to face mask, and goes, "I'm gonna be here all night." And I was like, "I believe it." Oh, it was good. It was a long night, man.
Okay, so I didn't know this. As much as we've had you on, you won back-to-back state championships in baseball.
Yes.
And where'd you go?
UMS Wright.
UMS Wright. Nice. Yeah, that's a hell of a high school. All the way around.
100% it is. And my baseball coach as a freshman, when I was an 8th grader freshman, Brett Boutwell, is now at Saraland High School. He was the one that really changed my baseball career by giving me the opportunity to play on the varsity as an 8th grader. He believed in me that much. He was like, "Look, I'll never forget." He come in my office and said, "Look, I'm going to play you at third base on the varsity."
All right. So, but
in
why?
8th grade?
In 8th grade.
But like, what did you do to indicate that?
I could play, man.
So, like you played JV, you were stroking?
So I was wearing out middle school.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, this guy's really good. Let's just put him on the JV team. Go to the JV team, just
stroke.
raking.
Yeah.
And then I'll never forget, like a week later, it's like, hey, you're going to play third base on the varsity tomorrow night.
Dope.
I'm like, me?
So how did you tell your parents?
I mean,
that?
you couldn't even drive to
I
practice.
could not drive to practice.
No.
One of my best friends' older brother would come get me and bring me to practice.
Shut up. That's
He
dope.
couldn't drive to
He
practice.
could not drive to practice.
Or games.
Couldn't drive to practice. Man, look, guys, I have played in front of 30,000. I've never been so nervous in my life than the opening night. I played on the varsity as a
Oh, yeah. Dude,
third base, too.
Yeah, high corner.
Did you stay up?
Oh, yeah.
Stayed up.
That's
Stayed
nuts.
up.
So, like, did you? Obviously, the coach told you that, right? And you told your parents,
Yeah.
right?
So
how
this
did
is how
that
it
go?
changed my career, though. So I remember the first night I played, like I told you the story, there was a White Sox scout there watching our center fielder,
Really?
TJ Dixon.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, who's this little wormy little eighth grader
Shut
playing
up.
varsity? And they're like, that's Tanner Allen.
No way.
He's like, I kind of like the way he plays. That kid's going to be good. He went and found my dad. So, hey, that guy keeps working hard. He's going to be all right.
First game?
First game.
Did they? So you're in 8th grade. You're starting. Was there animosity, or were the guys cool? Like the
Now,
juniors
that's a
and
very
seniors?
good question. Well, here's the deal. So, as you would imagine, I was taking somebody's spot.
Well, yeah.
Right.
So there was a little
Had to
bit
be.
of tension there.
Sure.
But when they saw me play,
And produce.
producers were like, hey, we don't care.
Yep. That's it.
Okay.
Now, the dads, different story.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's
The dads,
baseball dads.
Hey,
though,
Johnny's got to be playing. Johnny's
Well,
a junior.
Yeah.
What the crap? We're bringing in this little guy. He can't even bench press 135.
You just had that swing.
Just had the swing, man. First night, 1 for 4. Got my one hit.
Got you hit, though.
Got my made a look. I was playing third base. I remember the first ball hit was a slow roller. I swear I got it and almost ran it to first
Oh,
base.
I bet.
They were making fun of me like, yeah, TA fielded it, ran to the pitcher's mound, and threw it to first.
You had to be sure, baby. That's pretty funny.
Hey, look.
I don't blame you. That's
This
exactly
is
what I would've
incredible. I didn't know that you started as
done.
an
That's
8th grader.
so tight.
We went through the playoffs, man. I played in the playoffs on the varsity and
At
everything.
8th grade?
Yeah.
I
What,
bet
you
that
wait,
was pretty
13?
incredible.
It changed my career,
Were
though,
you
man.
13 in 8th grade?
I was
Yeah.
literally 13 or 14
13
years
or
old.
14.
And
That's tight.
and it changed my career because now as a freshman, I'm really a sophomore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, I've already got the experience. I feel like a leader on the team. I'm a freshman.
Right.
I've been here. I know what to do. That changed
good
my
point.
career.
Yeah, no, that's-
That opportunity right there changed my career.
Your high school, is it better at football or baseball?
Man,
Or just
we've
awesome at
been
both?
really known for football, but
Okay.
we've also really known baseball. So the coach that pulled me up on varsity, Brett Bowell, now at Stanley, he left after my freshman year. Then we got a new coach, Kevin Rayleigh, who love him to death. Man, both my high school coaches, very good coaches,
Nice.
man. And
Key.
and I got something from both of them. You know, I carry it with me wherever I go, especially into college. You know, Rayleigh really prepared, really attention to detail. Coach Batwell, man, coached with a passion, with a fire. Rayleigh did too, but like, I mean, I can remember Batwell's kind of coach. He would get kicked out of a game just to fire us up.
Nice.
You know what I
Love
mean?
that.
And he wasn't
Should.
scared, and he was not scared to take a chance on me, knowing that it was not going to make some folks happy.
Oh, dude, I can't imagine
but
the
I
baseball
made him
dads.
look like a genius, though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Where did you play the next 8th grade? You were third base.
Third base, freshman year, I went to center field.
Okay.
Ran around in center field all year long.
Freshman Roman center. That's
Freshman
dope.
Roman center, sophomore year, shortstop.
That's incredible.
Shortstop.
Ran around sophomore year, shortstop. Junior year, shortstop. Senior year, back to center.
No way.
Back to center.
We had to get somebody in the lineup.
Yeah.
Get somebody in the lineup.
Right.
Hey, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'll play center.
You played.
Yeah.
Yeah, you played three or four different positions.
Yeah, if we got it's been the same story throughout my whole baseball. I can really hit.
Yeah.
I can really hit, and I can play defense. Just we was like, hey, look, if we move you to center, we can get this bat in lineup by putting it in short.
Right.
Why aren't we doing it then?
Right.
Right.
It's like at state. Hey, TA, if we can get this bat in lineup, we need you to play first.
Right.
Yeah, I'm playing first. We got to get Foscue in the lineup somewhere.
When did you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you were younger, like, do you remember whenever you realized, like, oh wait, I'm actually good at this?
Oh yeah.
How'd it go?
Well, I was so in love with baseball, man.
Right.
I would be in the yard next to my house is being created or being built.
Yeah.
And there would be gravel out there. And dude, I would pull up a property line marker stick and would throw rocks up in there and hit them. And I would hit them over this little fence, and I could go through the Atlanta Braves lineup and use their batting stance.
I remember, dude. Yeah,
and
that's
have my
awesome.
own game going, dude. That's
Love
how
that.
obsessed I was.
I
with it.
love that. We used to do that.
Obsessed.
When you went to Mississippi State, Tanner Allen on the Out of Bounds show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Again, Farm Bureau, Diamond Dogs Classic. November 7th, 7 o'clock, Duty Noble. Buy tickets today, hailstate.com. Hit the baseball tab. It'll walk you right through it. It's easy. All right. TA's on Rafael Palmeiro's team, and it's just it's a star-studded lineup, both Will Clark's team and Rafael Palmeiro's team. When your freshman year, when you're going to state, where did you think you were going? What position did you think you were going to play?
Man, I had no idea.
Okay.
Because in travel ball, I had played I played second base.
Okay.
Played right, played center, played third. I just played everywhere. And I tell kids all the time, you want to play everywhere, because that made me valuable, because like, hey, look, if we got a stud in left, we can put him in right.
Yeah.
Or if we got a stud in the outfield, shoot, he can play third base. Or he can play second base. Give him the glove at first base. So it made me valuable because I could play everywhere.
Did that make you nervous?
No.
Okay, having to play first as a true freshman and start?
Nope.
Okay.
Man, it was like
because you hit, but the bottom line is you played your whole life because you could just flat out rake.
This is how good I was hitting. All right. First scrimmage inside. This is when the stadium was getting built, right?
Yeah.
First scrimmage, we're scrimmaging inside in the Palmeiro Center. Jake's at first, or Jake, I can't remember. I got in a rundown with Jake. I was playing second base between first and second, and I ran him back to first, and I dove to tag him. When I dove to tag him, he cleated me, spiked me. I got 20 stitches in my left knee. I mean, split it wide open down to the bone. My freshman year, okay? So I remember looking at my pants, and I could see my kneecap moving around. I'm like, medic, I need a medic over here. So I go get stitched up. Missed the whole fall. Candy comes up to me and he's like, hey, man, don't worry about it. You're playing.
Wow.
I was tearing the cover off the ball.
Yeah.
I was, man. And that goes to show, if you hit, you don't sit.
Right.
You know?
That's why Jake was.
Candy was more line. He would text me and be like, look, I'm going to play at third base. That's where you're going to be at third base. And then I think opening day I was hitting like this 7-hole maybe. Had a really good weekend. Next thing you know, I'm in the 3-hole.
Yeah, I still have that. Yeah.
Never left. But
that's tight.
As far as that is, man, it goes to show, like, I didn't play my whole freshman fall. I didn't play in a scrimmage. I could barely take BP at the end of the fall. And that goes to show, man, that's how good I was swinging.
So how long did it take you to get over the
rest of the fall? I think I blew that up in September maybe, and I can remember still in December not being able to climb in a tree.
Which I know how much you love to hunt.
I got city skits this tree and hunt, you know. But and then I got back. The thing about it was when I got back, buddy, I was getting after it.
I bet
in January.
Oh yeah. I mean, Candy told me. He said, "Look, you're gonna play."
Right.
You're going to play.
And you were locked in.
So when he told me that, it was like, all right, I'm playing. I got to get back in shape as quick as possible.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
All right. Let's switch gears. Do you bow hunt or just?
I bow hunt only.
That's all you do is bow hunt.
I like that.
I bow hunt city limits to Starkville.
Okay.
And I've got multiple people on Instagram shoot me messages. Hey, man, you still hunting this block? I try to get permission. I'm like, yes, baby. I'm still hunting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not your block.
Sorry. Now, there's some big deer in city limits to Starkville.
Yeah,
no kidding.
Well, I'm not going to tell you where they are.
I wouldn't either. And so, what, you're 30 days in?
Yeah.
Roughly.
So, roughly 30 days in. I've killed a doe. I've got a few big ones on camera.
Okay.
Let's put it like I have one. I was actually working yesterday afternoon, training my same group of guys I train every week. At 5:30, he's at my camera. I'm like, oh my God, you guys better know I love y'all. Because if not, I'd have my hands on some horns right now. Man.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's wild, man. The city limits. It's the Seek One guy on YouTube, the guy who urban bow hunts in Atlanta. He's got everybody looking for urban stuff. So thank goodness, 2 years ago I locked down half of Starkville. Because now I got people shooting. You still hunting this? You still hunting that? You still hunting? I'm like, yeah. I'm sorry, yeah.
Wow.
Are you going hunting this weekend?
This weekend, yes. I'm going to try to kill one. I'm going to try to kill the buck I told you that showed up yesterday. I'm going to try to kill him tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
If I can get away tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to go. Well, I'm going to try to go see Ella Langley tomorrow night at Rick's.
Dude, nice. Ella Langley is incredible. I mean, it's not just that she's good looking. She is insanely talented.
She'd love Johnny Cash.
Oh, yeah. You got to wear something like that.
I'm telling you.
Well, with your connections, you can get back in the green room and hang out with her whatever time she gets
I just want to
there.
go say hey and just shake her hand.
Yeah. You got that jacket on. Whoa. Do you have
she
shades
likes to hunt
with the jacket?
Yeah.
You got to have shades with that jacket, right?
You know that she's a big.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. By the way, for our listeners, if you want to see what TA's wearing, he's got a kind of a really cool Johnny Cash look, or I
was going to say Elvis. No.
I don't know if
little band, little, I don't know.
The other night I saw a good friend of mine, Greg Perry. His wife was like, "Ta, is your bike outside?"
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
No, and then somebody's like, "You going to a Kiss concert?" No.
I mean, it's a good look though.
I think Ellen would be impressed with it.
I'm telling you.
I think she will.
I think she would. Like I said, I just want to go back there and meet her, say what's going on,
That's
take
how
a
you
picture. Do. I love your song, Hindsight's 2020. I love that song.
Okay. So I would not usually know who she is, but I was going through YouTube and Bobby Bones was interviewing her.
Yeah.
And then I pulled up her music, and her and Riley Green are unbelievable together.
Unbelievable.
And they played on his set. And I was like, I'm in.
There's a new girl. And I went to high school with this girl. So only reason I just thought of it is because I'm like, I'm talking about all these people from my high school. I haven't talked about Hannah. So when I was in high school, this girl, her name's Hannah McFarland. And she was always really quiet, kind of did her own thing. But she is exploding. She's doing a song with Riley Green.
Hannah
McFarland.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Really talented young lady. Good for her, man. She worked really hard. Like, she kind of exploded out of nowhere. Okay. So, it's kind of like the Jake thing. When you see people work really hard and they hadn't gotten noticed for their hard work, and then it finally pays off, man, you can't help but be a fan. So I'm like, Hannah, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you.
So he's going to Ella Langley in Starkville tomorrow. I wish I was going at Rick's. And that place is going to be, oh, my gosh, as popular as she's become the last 6 months, and her and Riley doing those 2 songs together. It's going to be off the chains.
A great time, man.
There's one more damn question I was going to ask you. Do you duck hunt?
Big time.
I thought so. I thought
if the ducks come down, I mean, so what I normally do is I love to bow hunt anywhere from September.
We got 1 minute. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we're good. September all the way through December, or about mid-December, because the rut hits around the 20th, and then I'll hunt the rut. Then after that, the ducks will be down. Put the bow down. I'm duck hunting.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Duck hunting, man.
Okay.
So I duck hunt, actually. Now, I have taken advantage of some really unique opportunities.
Okay? Well, you should.
Yeah.
I got a good friend of mine who has some cattle ponds off Octok Road.
Ooh.
All right. That's all I'm going to get. That's as close as I can get you to is Octok Road.
Right.
And every winter, like if it gets cold up north, the gadwalls, the widgeons, the mallards, they come down. And he turns to me and said, kill all my ducks. So I just get turned loose out there.
Boom.
Kill them.
Tanner Allen on the Out of Bounds show. If you missed any of it, it will be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and then you can watch it on YouTube. Search Out of Bounds Sports. Thank you, my friend.
Hey, man, have a blast like always, baby.
We want you back in a month or so when you're coming back through, because this is great. The stories were incredible. He's on Rafael Palmero's team for the Farm Bureau Diamond Dogs Classic. Get your tickets November 7th, day before the Georgia game. All right, go to hellstate.com, hit the baseball tab. It's star-studded, and it's going to be incredible, and people are going to be partying, and the smokers and the grills and all that will be going. It's going to be a fun day and night at Duty Noble. We'll see you tomorrow.